darkness. You know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet. The 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event. Like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night.
And we welcome you, wrestling fans, right back here to more Impact Wrestling live on the Nation Network tonight. The Impact Knockout Tag Team Champions back in action. We're going to see them right here tonight. We're going to get things kicked off tonight by taking a look at newcomer Joe Hennig in our opening contest.
Impact in 3, 2, 1.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. We own the night. We own the night. Come on, we own the night. We own the night. That's right. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's get started. Illuminate the darkness. You know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event. Like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming louder. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, we own the night.
All right, welcome wrestling fans back to Impact Wrestling, where tonight we kick things off. Enzo making his way down towards the ring will be going up against a third-generation legend.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hackensack, New Jersey, weighing in at 201 pounds, and Snow.
Yeah, man, we're going to be seeing Enzo going up here against Joe Hennig making his in-ring debut. We heard from him a couple weeks ago here on Impact, and he said he isn't going to run to the top. He is going to bulldoze his way to the top, and he's going to earn himself the Impact Heavyweight Championship of the world. Time will tell, but I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't put nothing past the man. Absolutely not. His father, the legendary Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. His grandfather, Larry the Axe Hennig. This guy, a lot of people feel, never had the fair shake for many years of his career, but now he's here in the Impact Zone. And if that doesn't say it all right there.
From Chaplin, Minnesota, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Axe, Joe Hennig.
You see what it says right there on his singlet, don't you? Yep, better than perfect. It's appropriate that he's going by the moniker of his grandfather, the Axe, because he definitely has an axe to grind. Well, I can tell, for myself personally, I've been very much looking forward to seeing this match. I want to see what he's going to bring. For a guy who comes out here and makes the statements that he has made, the predictions that he has made, he's going to have to back it up. Time for talk is over. Right in with a scoop slam, and Enzo down. And he's feeling it from that one. Oh, what a move right there by Enzo, though. Retaliation. Quick shoulder tackle, though. Heading again, man. He is a man who knows his way around this wrestling ring. He's not a rookie by any stretch of the imagination. He is a seasoned veteran, and he grew up in the business. That gives you an advantage over a lot of other people. There's a lot to be said about that. A lot to be said. Enzo caught him using that offensive momentum and turns it on Hennig, and now he's in trouble. Collar and elbow, shoves him off. Right back out front, went for the drop kick. Enzo sidesteps that one. And let's be really clear about this. The Axe could have taken on anybody. He could have picked up somebody like an El Mago, a guy with a really, really bad win-loss record, and had an easy first victory, but he's not doing that. No, he's not. He's going up against Enzo, and Enzo might not have the greatest win-loss record, but he's definitely not the worst either, and he's a top contender for the X Division Championship right now, so that means he's got to be doing something right. Nice drop down. Goes for the drop kick, and again, Enzo quick enough. And there's that drop kick. And the Axe connects on that one. This crowd right now starting to get very boisterous here. Another drop down again. Goes for the leapfrog. Comes up and he caught him. Enzo went for the big kick. Nobody home. What a neck breaker. Nicely done right there. And I'll tell you what, when you say you're better than perfect, that's a lot to say. And now he's going to have to try and find out how to live up to that. Hennig is doing a hell of a job of it, though, right now, and Enzo eats another boot. Gets him back up onto his feet, and now what? Tremendous suplex, you might even say a perfect suplex. Went for that drop kick again this time. Oh, Enzo caught it, back elbow. Enzo comes off with a DDT, and that could be a big, big momentum changer in this one. Enzo hits the ropes, back out front he comes. Joe Hennig in trouble, and this is his debut. Could be an absolute shocker. Enzo has been very smart about all of this. Every opportunity that Joe Hennig has come up with, he manages to find a way to get back into it now. Winds up the arm, but Enzo fighting back. And he's got that New York City street fight savoir-faire working for him right now. Goes for the cover. The first man to attempt the cover is Enzo. Smart move right there. Baited him outside the ring and then caught him on the way back in. That is just ring savvy. And now he caught Enzo. Hot shot across the top rope. Enzo's in a lot of trouble right here. A lot of trouble right here. Devastating neck breaker right there. Now the question is, what is he gonna do? Enzo's in a very bad position right now, using the ropes just to get back up to his feet. Irish whip now, heading into the corner. Enzo going to work on him. We want to thank all of you joining us here live on the Nation Network. As Enzo comes up with that slide out drop kick, and that really knocked him out silly. This could be match ending. It'll be a massive upset. 2 count, and he manages to get the shoulder up. Enzo thinks it should be a 3 count. I'll tell you, I thought it was going to be a 3 count for sure. Got to give credit, though. Joe Hennig has taken the best that he's got. Went for that drop kick again, nobody home. Deep arm drag, nicely done. Side that slam right there. I don't know, man. If you're Enzo at this point in time, you hit your best shot. This guy kicked out of it and is coming up with a whole lot of offense. One of the things I really like about this guy is that he's using some basic mentality here. This is old school wrestling at its best. You can tell he's definitely taken from his father and his grandfather. He's using those drop kicks, and that one really caught him in the face, busted him wide open with that drop kick. When's the last time you saw something like that? Turns it into a belly to back suplex, and Enzo's in trouble. Oh, a DDT, and that should be all she wrote. Enzo, 2 count, gets a shoulder up. Joe Hennig in the ring saying, get back in here. Enzo doesn't know where he is right now. And another drop kick. Winding up that arm, has him in a hammerlock. And now Enzo, blind, fighting back out of desperation with some wild elbows. To the ropes, he whips him back out front. Catches the arm. Top wrist lock, but that's not going to be the kind of move that's going to do you any good in a match like this, especially at this point in the match. Another desperation move right there, and now waiting on him to get back up. Waiting on Enzo. He's got him. Cinches up. Not one, there's 2. Gonna go for a third. Oh my goodness, and he finishes with the perfect plex. And gets the win. What an impressive victory in his in-ring debut. This is Joe Hennig over Enzo. Yeah, I've got to admit, that was a very, very impressive victory. We see Enzo rolling outside the ring in defeat. And this is just our opening contest, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a main event you won't want to miss. When we come back, plenty more action still to come right here, live from the Impact Zone. Stay with us.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, we own the night. Walk among the giants in a tent of lions. It's our time. That's right. We own the night. We own the night. Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Charlie Green. And from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 224 pounds, Zack Ryder.
Matt Cardona entering the ring area and accompanied by his wife, Chelsea Green, the hot mess, who will be in action later on tonight. Yeah, we're going to be seeing her going up with Rachel Ellerin as a tag team partner against the brand new Knockouts tag team champions. That promises to be one hell of a match as well. But right now, Matt's getting in the ring with someone who used to be a very, very good friend of his. They've had a falling out, to say the least. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, they were inseparable, but now they have reached a point.
And his opponent from Queens, New York, weighing in at 223 pounds, Kurt Hawkins.
as Brian Myers makes his way down towards the ring. These two men were thick as thieves. They were closer than brothers, but times have changed. Greed, jealousy, whatever you want to call it, got the better. There's no doubt about it. Brian Myers definitely did not want to share the spotlight any longer. And these two men have been absolutely going head-to-head with one another for over 2.5 months now. Not sure when it's going to culminate, not sure when or if this is ever going to end. This could be one of those things that just drags out for years to come. But at some point in time, these guys are going to have to realize it's time to go on with their career. I can only imagine what it's going to take to make that happen. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us here live on the Nation Network. Shout out to Tom Watts and John Wesley in the house. As the bell sounds, action underway, and these two guys waste no time at all right in the middle of the ring. Myers snapping the neck of Cardona, going to work now on the leg. Chelsea Green ringside watching on. Her man taking a couple of stiff shots. And now that collar and elbow back up into the corner. Good luck with the referee trying to get a clean break between these two guys. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. There's no way you're going to get a clean break. Not from Brian Myers, not right now. Not going up against this man especially. Comes down with that boot right in the head, and now Cardona making him pay. Not just for the cheap shot in the corner now, but for months of ongoing. Snapping the neck, nicely done. A little over 3 weeks ago that Chelsea Green showed up here in the Impact Zone, distracted Brian Myers long enough for Matt Cardona to score a massive victory. Kicks off, nicely done right there, and now back in control. Cardona going to work on the shoulder. He hooks a leg. Only going to get a 1 count, though. Drapes him over the top rope, slingshots him back into the middle of the ring. Irish whip into the corner, follows it up with a big drop kick right to the lower back. That's going to take some of the steam right out of him. Nice clothesline right there. He wound him up. Had that short arm clothesline. Cardona right now is absolutely in control of this match. Has him up on the top turnbuckle, and the crowd on its feet here in the Impact Zone. They know something's about to happen. Chelsea Green cheering him on. Top rope superplex all the way to the middle of the ring. And now covers, hooks the leg, gets 1. He gets 2. Tremendous action taking place here, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the powers that be have decided that EC3 and Samoa Joe are going to be tag team partners for one night. Yeah, what could possibly go well with that? Somehow or another, they thought this might keep them from going to blows in the ring prior to Victory Road. I just don't know that that's such a good idea. Side headlock now, and he cinches it up. Irish whip, Cardona sends him into the turnbuckle. Went for the drop kick, nobody home. That dragon screw takes him down. A lot of torque on the knee with a move like that. Now, going for the submission hold. The referee is there asking him if he wants to give it up. Nicely done right here. He covers, hooks the leg. Cardona comes out the back door. Matt Cardona right now, he's got to start to realize that if he doesn't do something to change the tempo and the momentum of this match, it's going to be over very quickly. Myers up on the top. What in the world was he even thinking? Well, I think he wasn't thinking. He got up to that top rope and realized that Matt Cardona was already back in the ring and probably going to do something really bad to him. So I guess he decided to do it to himself. Myers once again taking over the momentum in this one, ramming the head of Cardona into the turnbuckle. Now look at this. Face first. Nicely done. Cardona's in trouble. That could be it. Hooks the leg. Oh, and a shoulder comes up. Well, I tell you right now, we got to give all the credit in the world to Matt Cardona for kicking out of that. Myers now stomping on the left arm and wrist. You see all that tape there? You know what? Maybe there's something going on below that we don't know about. Maybe he does. He continues to go to work on that left arm. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and now he's got his feet up on the ropes. Referee doesn't see it. Devastating suplex right there. Matt Cardona's in a lot of trouble, and Chelsea Green just watching from ringside. He just exposed that top turnbuckle. He removed the pad, and now there's nothing but a steel ring right there. That could very much come into play in the outcome of this match. Cardona's got him. Oh, nice neck breaker. Shades of the Rude Awakening right there. Leg drop down across the throat. Now Matt Cardona in the driver's seat again. Big elbow right down into the forehead. Now what's Cardona doing? Going all the way up to the top. Big elbow, and it finds the mark. That could be it. Not going for the cover. Radio silence. That's got to be all she wrote. Hooks the leg. Referee's there for the cover. And just like that, Matt Cardona gets a big win over his former tag team partner and friend. Both of these guys continue to give everything they got. Both of these guys continue to try and do damage to each other as much as they can. But at the end of the day, Matt Cardona had enough to get the win. A most impressive victory right here tonight in the Impact Zone. Myers went to work on that left arm. It never really paid off for him. Saw him go for the cover there, using the ropes for added leverage. What an elbow drop.
Here is your winner, Zack Ryder.
Zach, I beg your pardon, Matt Cardona, victorious right here in the Impact Zone. We'll be back with the Knockouts Tag Team Champions when we return here on the Nation Network.
You know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet. The night is song and it belongs to us. The time has come. Now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event. Like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime at the time of our life. We own the night. Hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, come on. We own the night. Walk wanna miss a thing.
All right, fans, it is time for our next contest featuring the Knockouts here in Impact Wrestling.
On the way to the ring, the Impact Women's Champions, Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
Calling themselves the Inspiration. They are the brand new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. They did it at NWA 73. Those tag team titles changed hands 2 times inside of a week between Empower and NWA 73, but these 2 ladies brought the titles back here to the Impact Zone where they belong, and that's really, the bottom line, what matters the most. Should be noted the titles are not on the line here tonight, but a big win would be a huge win for these 2.
Charlie Green and Rachel Elgin, the Awesome One.
Chelsea Green, we saw her ringside moments ago. She's got one hell of a quick change costume to get ready coming out here, the hot mess herself. And her tag team partner, Rachel Ellering, 2nd generation wrestling superstar. Her father, of course, the legendary Precious Paul Ellering, the man who led the Legion of Doom. Well, that was one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and now she's in a tag team of her own. You have to believe her dad. She probably bent his ear just a little bit to get some advice on how to handle this and go after these tag team titles. Yeah, I would absolutely expect that she'd taken advantage of the wisdom of her dad. Collar and elbow, and now look at this. Chelsea Green going to work on Peyton here. Wrenching that shoulder really badly. Peyton turns the tables for the moment with that top wrist lock into a heel trip, and the hot mess goes down. The thing about Chelsea Green, man, she looks all sweet and innocent, but she'll snap. And when she does, I would not want to be the one in the ring with her. Face first, wow, what a move. Turns it over and has a cover. Well, she is dangerous, like you said a moment ago. Now everybody just got to see how quickly she can make that happen. She almost put her away right there. That would have been an upset over the tag team champions in less than a minute. Tag made, and now Rachel Ellering, her first shot. Dropping that leg, and Peyton needs to make that tag as quickly as she can. Trying to get Rachel all the way over to her corner, which is smart. That's what you want to do in tag team wrestling. Cut the ring in half. Keep your opponent close to your corner as much as you can. But even more important than that is keeping them away from their corner so that they can't tag a fresh person into the match. Billy Kay right now with an upper hand on Rachel. We'll see how long that holds up. Off the ropes, caught her, went for the slam, but could not contain her. Big clothesline, and wow, she went over the top rope and landed hard. Rachel Ellering going up to the top rope. What has she got in mind here? Drops that fist all the way from the top rope. Well, that would normally put somebody else down, you would think, and out, but all that did right now is that agitated Billy Kay, and now she is fighting mad. No doubt about it, Billy Kay right back into the ring. And it actually seems like it stirred up a hornet's nest. Runs in there with that forearm and it nails her. Rachel Ellering doesn't know where she is right now. Another one. Ellering desperately trying to make it back to her corner. Shoots the legs. Makes her way back over to Chelsea Green. The hot mess tags in. Irish whip to the ropes. Back out front. Swing and a miss. Spine buster. Float over a cover. Hooks the leg. One. Let's give Chelsea Green a lot of credit, though. She's coming up with a bunch of moves that are leading right into good pinning opportunities, and she's taking advantage of them. You have to start to think sooner or later one of these is going to pay off for her. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. She is bringing her A game tonight. She is giving every single thing she's got. Tag made, and they're looking like the tag team champions right now. This Knockouts division, I'll tell you right now, when it comes to the women's movement in professional wrestling, they take a backseat to nobody. Again, the strikes bouncing the head off the mat. Another tag made, and now what's Chelsea Green gonna do? Drop toe hold and follows it up with an elbow right to the back. Chelsea has her. Oh, that's it. I'm surprised she's not going for the cover. It almost appears like Chelsea's got unfinished business. Well, Billie Kay's in a lot of trouble right now, but that might give her enough time and separation to get out of trouble. She went for it. Nobody was home. And now Chelsea Green has her by the hair. Marching her over towards her corner. Tag is made as Billie Kay desperately tries to make the tag, and she does. And now Peyton, the legal one in the ring for their team, comes up with a clothesline and a drop kick, and now another drop kick. Rachel Ellering, big right hand stuns her. She went in there for that big spinning back heel kick, and nobody was home. Rachel Ellering got caught. Peyton with the Irish whip, but Billie Kay still on the floor here ringside. Absolutely no use whatsoever. But Peyton using those ropes to gain the advantage, raking the eyes. Irish whip, shoots her off, back out front. Spear! What a move right there by Peyton, but only gets a 1 count. Chelsea came in, she was gonna break it up. And now Peyton sizing her up one more time. Nice suplex, rolls through it. That's 2, goes through it again. Into the perfect plex, and we saw this just moments ago. I guess somebody was watching a monitor. Yeah, the only difference is it worked for Joe Hennig. And Rachel Ellering fighting back with an attitude. Oh, she's got her in that triangle hold, pulling back on the arm. Hard right hand connects to the head. Follows her up with a clothesline. And now Rachel Ellering has Peyton in trouble in the middle of the ring. The Knockouts Tag Team Champions, their first match. It's a non-title match, but boy, they don't want to go down in defeat. The sit-out cutter, hooks the leg. She thinks she's got her, does she? 2 3/4. Unbelievable action happening right here inside the Impact Zone tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we welcome all of you watching us live here on the Nation Network. Shout out to the Average Giant. Thank you for joining us here tonight as Peyton uses a headbutt to get out of trouble. Now some of those kicks right there, right to the face, and Rachel feeling all of that. These ladies are absolutely catching one another. Alternating and reversing, hold for hold, another spin kick reversed. Rachel Ellering doing a tremendous job of thwarting the attack of Peyton. Spinning leg drop down across the throat and the chest. Tag is made. And again, Chelsea Green comes into the ring. Peyton kicks her off and now goes right back to Billie Kay, makes the tag, and that's a smart move. She needed a break. Billie Kay goes over the top and she lands hard on the floor. Chelsea Green goes out after, throws her right back into the ring because she knows you can't get a win outside the ring. Well, you can get a count out, but that's not what she wants. Curb stomp! Yeah, that's got to be it. I don't imagine if she's going to kick out of that one. She wasn't. She was not going to kick out, but Peyton made the save. Chelsea going for the cover, now using the ropes to gain the advantage, and only gets a 2 count. All 4 of these women in the ring at one time right now. Referee's going to have to do something to get this one back under control. Putting the count on Rachel Ellering. Billie Kay with the kick, thinks she's got her. There's 1, 2, will that be enough? No, Chelsea Green gets out of it. Both of these teams these ladies have brought everything they got. They have put it out on the floor tonight. Everybody, and I mean everybody, has taken a butt whooping in this one, but they ain't giving up. No kidding. You see Billie Kay holding her head there momentarily, and that's a little nerve-wracking. I mean, concussions are a big part of this game. Hits with the split. I thought she was going to stay there for the cover. Doesn't get it. And again, Chelsea shoulders her down, and again using the ropes for added leverage. And there's that desperation tag, and Rachel Ellering now the legal one in with a boot to the face. Again. Rachel Ellering right now, this match is starting to go into the later minutes. This is taking all 4 of these competitors into the deep waters right now, and Rachel's starting to show that she might be a little bit out of gas. Man, oh man, she drags her away from her corner, but that time may be enough. Wow, save was made by Peyton, otherwise it would have been over. That's a 2nd time tonight. Yeah, that's the whole thing right there. That is the whole thing right there. The saves being made by Peyton is the only reason this match is still going on, because these 2 ladies right here are looking to make a statement for themselves. Butterfly has her up. Billie Kay rolls right outside the ring. Should have stayed there for a little while, in my opinion. Could have gotten her an opportunity to get some of her stamina back. She's in the wrong part of town, though, right now. Not the place to be. And Ellering fighting her way out of there. She does a tremendous job of getting out of harm's way. Tag is made, double team coming up. There's the Irish whip. Again with the elbow right in the small of the back. And Chelsea Green, the hot mess, starting to feel it now. Eat the feet! Well, we know Gail Kim made that her finishing move for a very long time and had a lot of luck with that in the knockouts division. Chelsea Green just got spiked. Nice snapmare takes her over. And again, Chelsea hooking a leg. Thinks she's got her beat. There's two. Elbows raining down. Another boot right to the midsection. Look at this. Hard to believe how long these two teams have been going at one another. Side slam, and she got that shoulder up, plus she was too close to the ropes. Rachel Ellering pulling out the stops now. Irish whip into the corner, and that's not where she wants to be. She baits her in, though. Makes her pay the price. Oh, she caught it that time. That time she got her with that drop kick right to the small of the back, and that's going to take a lot of the wind out of the sails. Gory Buster! Rachel was trying to make the tag. She got cut off. What a kick! Goes for the cover. And gets the win. What a victory for the Knockouts Tag Team Champions in a non-title match, but nonetheless. Well, you know what, we said it before, I'll say it again. Both of these teams brought their A game tonight. Both of these teams really wanted this victory, and the Knockouts Tag Team Champions come out on top. Very impressive outing for both teams.
Here are your winners, Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
Fans will be back with plenty more action still to come. The Good Brothers will be in action in a non-title match against the former tag team champions, the men. They took those titles from the Colognes. Stay with us, plenty more to come right here on Impact.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event, like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night, hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, we own the night, walk among the giants in a lions, it's our time. That's right. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Whoa, whoa. We own the night. Living to the fullest, like we got your bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't want to miss a thing. Let's go. Living to the fullest, like we got your bullets on racing.
All right, fans, we are back and in the ring. It is time. The man we saw early tonight, Joe Hennig. Last time I came out here, I told everybody that I was going to make my way to the top of the food chain here at Impact Wrestling, and that I would be the Impact World heavyweight champion. I also said that I wasn't going to make some big splash and just jump into a title program. I'm going to earn that, and I started that tonight. They say that the longest journey begins with the first step. Well, I took that first step, and I stepped over Enzo. And I don't care which other top contenders for which other titles you want to line up against me. Just know one thing. The Axe is here to make a statement. It doesn't matter to me who you are, doesn't matter to me what you've done. All that matters to me is that if you stand opposed to me, then you know you're just gonna be the next step in the journey to the top. There is nobody, and I mean nobody, that... What is this? I got no idea. Oh my God! Look who's back! You talk about Impact Wrestling, this guy is Impact Wrestling. So you think you're just gonna walk out here and make a name for yourself and you're just gonna get to the top without anyone standing in your way? Is that what it is? Well, let me tell you something. I've been Impact long before you were a thought in the world of professional wrestling. So if you're gonna get to the top around here, trust me, you go through me first. You make it sound like that'll be a problem. You make it sound like I should be afraid. Let me tell you something, Petey. When I look at you, I don't see intimidation. No, what I see is somebody with little man syndrome. But if you want to get in the ring with me next week, I'll be happy to put an X in your division. So far as the X division, that's something you don't know a damn thing about. So I'd be real careful about my words. But you want to get to the top around here, you want to be the world champion, you're not going to be able to do it by living off the reputation of your father or your grandfather. You might have stole their name, but you can't steal their talent. And I don't think you've got enough to match up. You know what? I call myself best that there is. I say that I'm better than perfect for a reason, not as a disrespect, because there's nothing I respect more in this world than my father. But I'm going to achieve greater heights. I'm going to bring the family name that much higher than it's been in the past. What you're going to do is be an embarrassment to your family name. How's it going to look, tough guy? Next week, you and I get in this ring, and little Petey, the X Division guy, kicks your ass. Let me tell you something, X Division guy. You asked for what comes next, and you're lucky. You're lucky that right now, I don't just put you out of your misery. Right here before all these fans in the Impact Zone, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make you think about it for a week. And when next week comes around, I'm gonna slowly drag you through that match until you've had enough. I'm not gonna have enough. I'm not worried about it. You see, you come out here and talk a big game, but I've got a track record that proves that I belong right here in Impact Wrestling. So I heard you talking, I heard you shooting off your mouth, and that's what brought me back. Well, I'm happy to know that I could play a little part in your return to the Impact Zone. Now, I'm gonna play a bigger part in why you leave again. At the end of the day, Petey, you're gonna be nothing more than an afterthought You will be the next step in my journey to the top here in Impact Wrestling. And you will realize that I am what I say that I am. And that is simply better than perfect. Something to look forward to next week for sure, as these two guys are gonna get it on. Should be a tremendous match. Petey Williams returns to the Impact Wrestling.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event, like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright, we're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night, hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, we own the night, walk among the giants in a tent of lions. It's our time. That's right. We own the night. I am in the top 1%.
All right, fans, we know these guys are going to be going head-to-head with one another. But tonight, the powers that be have determined they're going to be tag team partners.
Introducing first, from Palm Springs, Florida, weighing in at 231 pounds, EC3.
EC3 is one of the top contenders, if not the top contender, to the World Championship. But it's not easy getting to the top around here in Impact Wrestling. You've got to be able to prove it night in and night out. And he's done a pretty solid job of that, but so is his tag team partner. Well, just the idea that they're going to make Samoa Joe and EC3 tag up with the bad blood that's been between them for the last several weeks here in Impact Wrestling. I'm not sure that was such a smart idea. EC3, quite full of himself, but at the same time, this guy, he's proven himself time in and time out. Look at the chiseled physique on this guy. Doesn't miss much time in the gym. I don't think he misses any time in the gym, and he is put together. He is the total package. He can do it all. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here comes his tag team partner tonight, but at Glory Road, it's going to be a different story.
And his partner, from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe.
Well, when you talk about Impact Wrestling, this is a man who was one of the pillars that built this company. 100% agree with that. Samoa Joe was around when it was TNA, and he was one of the pillars. When the X Division title first came about, he was one of the first guys to hold that title, and no one thought a guy of his size would win the X Division title, but he reminded everybody, it wasn't about weight limits, it's about no limits. And Samoa Joe, he can do things that a man his size should not be able to do. Also former Impact TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Also with dreams and aspirations to get to that title match one more time. But these two men tonight have to find a way to get along with one another. Good luck with that.
weight of 620 pounds, Razor and Akam, the Anarchists.
Akam and Razor, they are the Anarchists, and they are making their way down. This is going to be a very interesting match, to say the least, to see how EC3 and Samoa Joe get along. And they're going up against a couple of guys who've been tagging with one another for a very long time. They are a solid tag team. They are a threat to the tag team titles anytime they step in the ring. Going up against a couple of guys who generally make their living as singles wrestlers. No love lost between none of the men in the ring here tonight. But I think from a continuity standpoint, you're right. From a continuity standpoint, I don't see how the Anarchists can possibly lose this match. Referee calls for the bell. Look at this, tagging himself in right off the bat as EC3. Some bad feelings maybe right there. Cross ankle sweep. Akam is in trouble early on here as EC3 going to work on him. Hammering away with some rights and some left. There's a big one right there. Chopping him down. Look at those kicks, working the leg. Backs him into the ropes, and now EC3 has him. Gut first across the top rope, and he lays him out. EC3 right now fighting a mean fight. He's getting in there and he is really laying in on those punches, not holding nothing back. Didn't lay nothing back on that one either. A big chop and Akam's in trouble. To the corner he goes, and now look at this, Samoa Joe hanging on to him on a double team. Look at this. They're actually working together. Akam now walking him over towards the corner. Snapmare. Took him down, but didn't keep him down. And EC3 with a clothesline. Went for the tag, and now, wait a minute! Samoa Joe just bailed on EC3. EC3 is going to have to fight this one off by himself. Samoa Joe leaves him. Head first, he goes into the turnbuckle. And now being battered. No one there to tag if you're EC3. Samoa Joe apparently self in, I suppose. Yeah, it was really hard to tell what exactly is upset Samoa Joe, but it might be a smart move. I mean, now he's got his man out there having to take on two men by himself. And when they meet at Glory Road, he ain't gonna be at 100% after getting beat down by these two monsters. EC3 kicks out, but no one person is gonna go up against the Anarchists by themselves. Another quick tag made as if they need to worry about it. Razor with that big clubbing forearm down across the back. Irish whip, and EC3 crashes to the floor. Things turning really bad for EC3 in this one. Well, the commissioner, all he said is that they had to be tag team partners. I guess he didn't say that you had to stick with your partner until the end. Not the most sportsmanlike thing for Samoa Joe to do, but I understand why he did it. I don't necessarily agree or disagree with it. He's his own man. He's going to make his own decisions, but that's one that's going to have some ramifications, I'd say. But if you're right now EC3 going up against these two monsters among men, you definitely do not like the way things just turned out for you. Rolls him over, but only able to get a 1 count. EC3 can kick out, but he can't get up. Blocks a shot, retaliates with one of his own. Back heel trip and drives him back first into the mat. Can you imagine if he finds a way to win this match? Big knee lift and now catches him. Into the cutter, hooks the leg. No, he doesn't. He's just going to do press up. Shoulders down. There's one, there's two, and he almost did it. EC3, man, I'll tell you what, he just got real. I'm not so sure about that count either. Looked like the referee was a little slow on the 3. Razar now hammering down. Back elbow. Referee got taken out. The referee got himself in the way, couldn't get out in time, and now look at this. He's there just in the nick of time to make a cover, or a count, I should say, on the cover. 2 count only, but EC3. Fans, if you're just joining us, his tag team partner for the night was Samoa Joe, and Joe walked out on him, leaving him to fight both members of the Anarchists. Powerbomb, could that be it? 2 3/4 count again. EC3 fighting to stay alive. He might be better off just taking the loss. Yeah, there's old saying about run away and live to fight another day, and nobody expects him to beat these 2 men. Nobody. Double gut buster, and he's in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. You can look at his face and see it. Yet he continues to find some way to fight back. Here's that knee lift again. And now working on the shoulder. Back body drop, nicely done. Akam goes for the cover. Flipped him with that elbow. And now the forearm smash. Turns him around. Irish whip. What's going to come next? Snapmares him out to the middle. Now snaps the neck. Shoulders are down. There's a 1 count. He's, man, give him credit where credit is due. He is fighting 2 against 1 almost the entire match. Samoa Joe never was legal man in the, well, he technically legal man in the ring when the bell sounded, but he never made contact with nobody in this entire match. EC3 sizing him up. And he got caught. He got caught. He thought he was going to, look at it. He's not giving up, though. Up in the air, he's got him. Big power bomb, shoulders down. That should be it. What the hell was that? Now, I've seen some questionable calls right there, but that was a 3 count. Let's just call it the way it is. That was a 3 count. It should have been a 3 count. Whose pocket is this referee in? Too close to the ropes, actually able to kick out also. As Razor laying in some hard shots. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front he comes. Face first planted into the mat. EC3 is going to do something that nobody could have imagined if he pulls off a victory here tonight. 2.25. Well, not for nothing, but knowing EC3 the way I do, I gotta be a little bit surprised that some of the stuff that's happened in this match is. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. I don't know. You gotta think that the referee must have had his palm greased a little bit somewhere along the line. EC3 was definitely pinned for a 3 count earlier on in this one. Oh, and now look at this. Razor's been busted open. Can you believe the effort? Win, lose, or draw, EC3 has earned respect if nothing else. Yeah, he's still not a very likable fellow, but what he's doing here tonight, which is essentially wrestling a handicap match against 2 of the baddest dudes in the locker room. Going for the cover, doesn't hook the leg, doesn't get the 3 count. Of course, with his referee and the way he's been counting the shoulders lately. Akam now going to work on the trapezius muscle area. To the corner he goes. Walks into that elbow. Wind up and now back heel trip. Smashes the back of his head on the canvas. Goes for a cover, but here's the big difference. Save is made. Razor out with a neck breaker. Now it's down to a one-on-one. He's going to try and put him away right now, and that's the time to do it. There's no one to make the save if he can connect. The cutter. He should have gone for the cover. I don't know what he's doing. Just go for the cover. He does. He hooks the leg. There's 1. There's 2. What an unbelievable victory. Fans, you thought you saw it all? You ain't seen nothing yet. EC3 with a statement being made here tonight in the Impact Zone. And Samoa Joe better understand something. If he could do that to these 2 men, what do you think he's going to do to him? Fans, stick around. Plenty more action still to come. Here on Impact Wrestling, it is the return match between the tag team champions and the former champions. In our main event,
Here are your winners, EC3 and Samoa Joe.
what a win for EC3.
The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet, the 90s song and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event, like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright, we're in our prime, at the time of our life. We own the night, hear us screaming loud. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, we own the night.
All right. Oh, wait, they're not going to wait. This one starts out here ringside. The Good Brothers hammering away on the Colognes. A lot of bad blood right here. The Colognes were the long-time tag team champions. Tag made by Epico and Primo, now the legal man in the ring. These two guys, they know tag team wrestling unlike anybody else. As we mentioned earlier tonight about Joe Hennig, growing up in the business, so did these guys. Absolutely wrestling ring in their backyard, kind of growing up. Seeing the biggest names in Lucha Libre wrestling sitting around your dinner table growing up. These guys, they know professional wrestling inside and out. It's in their blood. The fact that they were the longest reigning tag team champions we've had here in Impact Wrestling states it a lot. Double team now in the corner. And that's what they need to go up against Big Gallows. Tag made by Doc Gallows, and here comes Anderson, and Carl Anderson connects with a kick. Gallows. Freight train running right through him. Machine Gun Carl Anderson ready. Ready to put him away. Trying desperately to get out of trouble is Primo. Nice suplex right there. Colognes in trouble. He's got to find a way to tag out. From behind, belly to back suplex. And they come crashing down in the middle of that ring. Nice Hurricane Runner right there. Tag is made, and now the Colognes working together on this one. Ole! And a big clothesline, and Machine Gun Carl Anderson takes the ride all the way to the floor. Carl Anderson right now, maybe a little bit too quick to get back into this fight. Should have took a little more time outside the ring, in my opinion. Belly to back suplex, nicely done, and Anderson just drove the shoulders hard into the mat. Colognes in a lot of trouble right here. Epico dragged away from his corner. Tag is made. Doc Gallows, the legal man in the ring. Big knee lift, and that connects. Slides underneath, comes back up. Hurricane Rana takes him down. Went for the elbow, nobody home, and now Gallows sends him into the turnbuckle, and he's in the wrong part of town. Another big double team. The champ's Irish whip into a double back body drop, and down he goes. Carl Anderson working over the head and the neck and really putting a lot of torque on it. Senton splash. Epic goes in trouble. He's going to have to figure a way to make the tag to his tag team partner. When we talk about the advantage that I believe that these guys have at the end of the day, they're not just partners, they're legitimate brothers. Not like these guys call themselves the Good Brothers, and they're not taking nothing away from them either. They've been a tag team force in professional wrestling for a very long time. Not just here in North America, but even overseas in Japan, where they really made a name for themselves. Slingshot over the top rope, down across the back of the head. Driving the throat across the rope. Free fall elbow drop, and that one caught him. And Carl Anderson right now is in a lot of trouble. Has him up in the air. Oh my goodness! The brainbuster, and Anderson's been busted open. The Crimson Mask starting to show. And a clothesline. And now Anderson battering the head of Epic go off the mat here in the Impact Zone. Continues to go to work on that cut. Trying to bust him open even worse. But Anderson just keeps fighting back. He is a machine. Stepping through, figure four. He's got it on him. He had that figure four leg lock on him, but he couldn't do nothing with it. He's taking too much of a beating here tonight, I think, and I just don't know that he had the power, the strength, and the legs to make that work. And a kick out on two. Hurricane Runner Doc Gallows goes down. Spine buster. He hooks the leg. Will that be enough? It is. The Good Brothers with another major victory here in Impact Wrestling. Well, I'll tell you what, this was a great battle between two tag teams. What the Good Brothers proven now, it wasn't a one and only. It wasn't lightning striking just one time. They proved that indeed they are every bit the tag team champions that they say they are. No doubt about it. Hey, look, we knew they were that good to begin with, but they just came out tonight and proved it to the world.
Here are your winners, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Big win for the Good Brothers here on Impact Wrestling.